Finally, we're getting to the second part of the flowering video. We've had a lot of weather and a few holidays that have delayed things, but here we are 15 days later, and a lot of things are flowering now. Let's go take a look. This is our Baptiste tree, and the flowers seem to be just in the lower part of this tree, but we have flowers here, here. So hopefully we'll have some nice Baptiste mangoes. Baptiste is one of the popular varieties from Haiti. It's a dry, firm variety, so sometimes people call it the carrot mango. This is one of our best mango trees. Best is a variety that's occurred here. Original tree is down the hill. This one I grafted, and this entire tree of best has 0 flowers at the moment. This is our big Jim tree, and I'm not seeing any flowers yet. So this is Carla. It's got a lot of bloom on one side, because that's Julie. A lot of bloom on the other side, that's Phoenix. And no bloom in the middle, which is Carla. Carla's a very nice late variety. I'm hoping that it will bloom in the next couple months, but right now we don't have any evidence of potential fruit. So here's that old Hayden tree that I top worked to several varieties, and this particular section is cotton candy. And I'm seeing some panicles lower down and also way up on the top of the section. So I'm hoping that translates to cotton candy fruit this next season. So this is East Indian. We have a lot of flowers, and in some cases we have just leaf growth. So this is our only all Hayden tree, and it is loaded with flowers. So here's our juicy peach mango, and no flowers yet, and I'm not convinced that I'm seeing any emerging flowers either. This one section of this old Hayden tree that I've top worked to about 7 or 8 different varieties, this variety happens to be K3 or Kathy, and it has a lot of nice healthy bloom here. Right next to all this beautiful Juliet bloom, we have Kesar, which is not blooming at all right now. This is 015. I top worked a section of Chakanon to 015. It's doing great. Lots of leaves, lots of branches, but so far, no flowers. So here's Orange Essence. We've got a pretty big Orange Essence tree because I top worked it on top of old roots. Right now, I'm seeing very few flowers. We have one panicle here, a little panicle here, and then we have a lot of beautiful leaves. So I'm really not too concerned at this point that we don't have flowers, because Orange Essence tends to be late. So if it flowers later than the other varieties, that's good news because it will fruit later than the others. So Orange Essence, the tree looks great. We're hoping for more flowers. This is Orange Sherbet. It's on some very big roots. The trunk is more than 12 inches in diameter. Everything that I grafted on here has been growing very quickly. I've been trying to trim it back over the last year or so to encourage branches, and also to use the graft wood in other areas of the grove. Right now, I'm not seeing any flowers. It could be because the growth is young, and it's also affected by the taller tree behind it. That's on the south side of the tree. It's casting a lot of shade on this area during certain times of day, and that can definitely affect flowering. This is Peach Cobbler. Right now I'm not seeing any bloom at all. one section of this tree that is Philippine mango, and this is part of that section. I am not seeing any flowers on Philippine yet. Here's our pickering tree. Most of the tree doesn't have any bloom at all, but here are some panicles right in this area. This is Pina Colada. I decided to top work half of a Kent tree to Pina Colada, and of course when you graft something onto a big root system, it grows very quickly. So when I got a few successful grafts, I kept using that as a source for graft wood and grafting onto other shoots. So basically this has been very active. You know, I've been harvesting scions and grafting them to other parts. So it doesn't surprise me that it has no flowers on it right now. Of course, it's only December, the end of December, and there's plenty of time for it to flower still. We'll just have to see. This is our Providence tree. It's one of the grafted trees in this little cluster of trees here. And on Providence, I am not seeing any evidence of bloom so far. Okay, here is Sonpari. It wasn't that long ago that I grafted Sonpari onto a shoot here. It's got a big root system, but Sonpari has done great. Last year we got a little bit of fruit from it. I'm seeing quite a few panicles right now, and there are a lot of branch tips that don't have any flowers right now either. So I'm hoping that all of those flower and that we get a lot of nice fruit this next season. So this particular area of this tree has all been top worked to Super Julie. Now, Super Julie tends to be fairly vigorous. It's been growing a lot, looks great, but the only flower I see now, where is it? Oh, here we go. Right here, we got several panicles coming out of this one branch tip. So I'm not sure if we'll get any fruit this year or not. Here's one of our Tess Pollock trees. It is just gorgeous. Lots of really beautiful bloom on it. This is Valkyrie. There's a lot of bloom on the top and all around the sides. The bloom is a little bit further behind, but definitely there. Looks like a strong bloom so far for Valkyrie. Here's white Alphonso. So far, I'm not seeing any flowers on it. So this variety happens to be Zebda, which is a variety from Egypt. Right now, Zebda, right here at Truly Tropical, has 0 flowers on it. So that wraps up our tour of what mango varieties are flowering now. Of course, things change rapidly this time of year. Some of the varieties in part 1, which was shot 15 days ago, didn't have flowers then and have flowers now. I'm standing in front of ice cream mango. 15 days ago, it didn't have an impressive show of flowers, and now it's crazy nice. I mean, it blooms all over the place. Of course, you know, can't really count on mangoes at this point. A lot can happen between the bloom and the fruit. Mostly weather risks. We're hoping that's not a problem, but it's always a possibility. But between the time that you have flowers on the tree and you have fruit that's ready to pick, it's usually between 100 and 150 days. So we sure are hoping for a good crop. We'll just have to see.